One, two, one, two. Can I be heard? If anyone's watching this, let me know if you can hear me. I'm gonna figure this out. I'm on my ones. I'm literally on my ones today. Where did I go wrong? Okay, we're coming through the MacBook. All right, all right, all right. Now we should be sounding nice and buttery. There we go. Juice and juice now. AUL. No satchel. It's just Sax today. Yo, yo, yo. Shout out Julian. That's it. It's like you're filling it in for me. I'm here alone. I'm here alone. You're doing it. Shout out to you. Reposted the stream. Thank you very much, Ryan. Yeah. So bit of a weird one. It's just me on my ones. Sasha's got an important meeting today. I'm just here by myself. So shout out everyone who's locked in, who's here. Yeah, we're chilling. Your boys. I didn't want to like not do a stream today because it feels like we're not streaming a lot because there's obviously the New Year stuff, Christmas stuff. People are with their families and stuff, and we didn't want to bother people and try and pull them in. You know, people are traveling to see people, so I was like, okay, you know, we haven't got a guest. What can we do? We can literally cancel the whole thing and just call it a day, or we can just have a little chilled out one. I mean, it's me by myself. The plan was Satchel would have been here, but he has, like I said, something to do, so he wasn't able to be here. He thought the pod would be at 3:30, as it always is, but today it's slightly different. Yeah, shout out to you, yo yo yo, Famesy, what's happening? Sax the king, not the king. I'm just an average Joe, as they say. Testing, testing. You are loud and clear. I appreciate you. I feel like these comments are coming in mad late because I was asking about audio a while ago and I'm only seeing these comments right now. So if anyone's commenting and your comment isn't coming through, it's not that I haven't seen. Well, I haven't seen it because it's not coming through. So when it does come through, I'll be sure to pull it up straight away. So anyway, we're here today. We're talking about 2025. We're talking about 2026. We're talking about the fact that, yeah, man, like time has gone so quick. I feel like it just like 2025 just started yesterday. I feel like the Trump token was just launched. Yeah, that was it though. It feels like the Trump token was just launched not long ago, like yesterday. That was the beginning of 2025. Correct me if I'm wrong. If someone knows in the chat, correct me if I'm wrong. Yo, shout out Sam. What's happening, my bro? Good to see you. Good to see you. As always, shout out Sam. Check out Sam's page, man. He's always clipping hard, putting in mad work for the clips, Jupiter Juice clips, Jupiter clips, all kinds of clips. He's a clipper for real, for real. 2025 was a scam. Ants. What? Why'd you say that? Hit me up in the chat. Tell me why you think 2025 was a scam. I feel the same way. I kind of feel like 25, it wasn't a scam, but it didn't live up to our expectations, innit? Like we felt 2025, or I felt anyway, was going to be like super bullish and we were going to ride some serious numbers. But unfortunately, like it didn't work out that way. I felt like Trump you're right, kind of rugged us a little bit. I'm going to move the camera. I think, yeah, is that better? I think that's better. Shout out Alba, JM broski, JM to you as well, Alba. OG right there. What's broski saying? Let me hear. Yeah, the later part turned out very boring. Very, very boring indeed, man. Very boring indeed. And there was so much that happened. Like, let's be real. Like, there was so much that happened throughout 25. Anyway, we'll talk about that. Thank you, everyone who's pulled up. Thank you on everyone who's here, who pulls up week in, week out. Anyone new as well, shout out to you. We're Jupe and Juice. We're the podcast, but today isn't even a podcast. It's basically a live stream, isn't it? So anyone who wants to get involved, leave some comments in the chat. Let's talk. We're basically wrapping up 2025. 2025 has been an eventful year. There's been ups and downs. There's loads of stuff that's happened. I feel like I forgot a lot of stuff as well. I've been doing my research. I've got some docs and stuff. Just some bullet points for us to refer to. So yeah, we'll look back. But I wanna be more engaging with the chat. I feel like I haven't been engaging with the chat, especially on podcasts, because I focus on the guest a lot, and obviously the questions and things like that. Whereas today there is no guest, so I can focus on you guys, which is what I want to do all the time, to be honest. But I'm not a good multitasker. Let me put some music in the background, man. It sounds a bit quiet. It sounds a bit like what do you call it? Sounds a bit not dead, but let's put. I mean, maybe that's a bit too upbeat, bro. Let me go. Let's go a little bit chill. Yeah, that's all right. Some chill music in the background. I mean, if it's disturbing or not good, just let me know, man. I'll change it. Zero reposted the stream, bro. Thank you very much, Albert, man. I appreciate you. So I'm getting notified who's reposting the stream. So shout out to everyone who's reposting the stream. Thank you, JM, Chris. I call Chris Kite Guy because he makes kites and stuff. So shout out Chris for all the stuff he does in the Jupyverse and bits and bobs. All right, let's talk, man. Let's talk 2025. Okay, so let me refer to my docs and stuff. So 2025, I was saying earlier, I feel like the Trump token just came out. It obviously didn't, but I'm pretty sure the Trump token landed in January 2025. If anyone knows the exact month, if it wasn't January, it might have been February, let me know. But I'm pretty sure beginning of January 2025, the Trump token dropped. Everything was super hype. Obviously, the meme coin mania kicked right in straight away. Everyone was loving life. Everyone was riding mad hype because it's like, yo, Trump's in power. His inaugurations happened. He's launched a token. I know people that made stupid bread. I didn't even buy the token, man. If you bought the token, let me know, man. If you made money, let me know. That'd be kind of funny to hear about. If you lost money, let me know as well. There's the boy Molu. Love the setup, bruv. Looking good. Yeah, I appreciate you, Molu. I always, I try to always look as good as I can in terms of like quality and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Try and set the tone, man. This is the Jupe and Juice way. We always try and look fresh upon the scene, as you guys know. So there was the meme coin mania, right? So let me look back at my research. Right, meme coin mania. Let me just move this way because maybe it looks like I'm not engaging with you lot, which I am. I'm here. Swap some stuff around. Yeah, so facts is right. Meme coin mania. Solana hit all-time highs as well. I think that was in January as well. So based on my research here, Trump token launched in January, and obviously there was massive optimism. The fact that Trump was launching a token was mad optimism. Obviously, there was some key players behind that. Shout out Satchel, JM, bro. What are you doing here, bro? you're in an important meeting right now, bro. What's going on? No, but shout out to Satchel. He's in an important meeting. We'll talk about that as well. Like he's meeting some people that were trying to do some stuff in Kuala Lumpur with. So yeah, he's sitting down with them, having some food and whatnot, and speaking about that. And then he's still in the chat though, showing love, of course. Shout out to you, Satchel. Get on with it, bro. I need to catch up with you after you leave there and come back. So Clash of Time, obviously I mentioned this earlier. He thought it would be 3:30 and he's aping. I'm aping food and on my way home. All right, perfect. So yeah, we might even get Satchel jumping on if he makes it in time or whatever. So meme coin mania happened. Bitcoin, not Bitcoin. Well, Bitcoin as well. Bitcoin was pumping, but Solana pumped to all-time highs in January, which was like 290 something dollars or whatever at the time, which was obviously amazing. Everyone was like, okay, this is the year. This is our year, 2025. But didn't quite work out that way. So month on month, things changed, right? And I want to sort of look at what Jupiter did as well, because Jupiter has been shipping crazy in 2025 as well. And I think we, as people in Web3, because things move so fast, we totally overlook all the stuff that's been happening at the pace that things run. XRP hype is over. We need Jupiter. Real bosses. I mean, yeah, I hear that, but them XRP cult guys, they don't give up, bro. Like, come on. Even when even when their token looked dead and buried and no one wanted to know about XRP, they were still there believing and buying constantly. I'm not an XRP maxi, but I have a friend who's like he just loves XRP. And I know that guy was buying constantly, shilling constantly, believing constantly. So I don't know. I don't know if they're gone, dead and buried yet. But yeah, for sure, there's something we can learn from them. To be honest, when it comes to us. So yeah, let's talk about Jupiter. Obviously, Jupiter was involved in the Trump launch through Meteora, I suppose, in a way. And then we forget there was Jupiter, right? We had Jupiter 2020, beginning of 2025. We had the biggest airdrop was in 2024, but then 2025 we had Jupiter round two. Obviously, that was huge for a lot of people who were rewarded. And then we had Cat Istanbul, the biggest crypto event, crypto summit that anyone's seen so far. Let me literally jump on. I'm going to jump on the Jupiter page. Why not? Let's pull that up. I probably should have been more organized for this because I don't have the stream open. But it's just a one-man band, bro. Chill. Be patient, man. I'm getting it. I'm going to search Jupiter Cat Istanbul. Cat Istanbul. Cat Istanbul was crazy. That was my first. Well, my first. It was everyone's first Jupiter Summit. Obviously, we got Cat Lumpur coming up, but it was like a taster. It was an experience of like what a event can be like if the event is like run by a tight knit community and a massive protocol like Jupiter Exchange. And going from that to Cat Lumpur, we see in it. We'll see what happens. I just realized I haven't even retweeted the freaking stream. Let me retweet that. Yeah, so shout out everyone who's here. If you're watching, do comment in the comment section. And if you haven't given us a little retweet or whatever, this ain't the normal time we stream. So not a lot of people will not know what happened and why we haven't been live. So if you do give us a little retweet, they'll see that we're live now. That would be appreciated. Ants. Cat Istanbul was all-time high. I mean, all-time high for Jupiter was like way before Cat Istanbul. It was like 180 something back in like 2024. And it ended up, we ended up hitting a mad high because of the news that was dropped, obviously, during Cat Istanbul, which was obviously the buybacks and all the other stuff that they announced as well. Don't get me wrong, but the buybacks was like huge. And then I think Jupiter soared like, I think it went up about 50% just on that news on that day, which was crazy. Yeah, Alba agrees. Facts. Great time to stream. I hope it is, bro. It feels a little bit slower than usual, but I mean, if we did this week in, week out, day in, day out, I mean, we would do it week in, week out, but if we did it day in, day out, it would be probably a good time to stream. So yeah, the buybacks news took things crazy and it went wild. I was gonna bring up some Cat Istanbul clips, but that's gonna be kind of hard for me to like scroll all the way through Jupiter's page and find them. But anyway, let's reminisce. Let's just talk. Let's reminisce. All right, so we've got Z. If you're watching in Discord, if you just send me those links of things that I'm chatting about, then I can just click them. That would help a lot, bro. If you can hear me. If you can't, then it is what it is. But that would be most appreciated. All right. What else? Then we had February. Obviously all the announcements and stuff were great. February, like people were still hyped from Cat Istanbul. We came back. We had mad blues, man. I remember being so upset, to be honest. When I came back from Cat Istanbul, I was like, damn, bro, take me back. I think it's the same vibes, kind of for Breakpoint, but not as much, man. Cat Istanbul was next level blues. And if you was there, I know you know what I mean. All right, so then February for Solana and the wider ecosystem, the price pulled back 50% on Sol, literally the following month. And I think that's obviously because the Trump tariffs started kicking in, the whole like stuff that he started doing started hitting real hard. And then that was followed by Accelerate. And that was a huge event that was held in New York City in March. So March there was Accelerate, Solana Accelerate, and also Jupiter had an event then as well, Jupiter Aggregate, which was huge. If you check the community page, you check Alicat's page. Alicat, to my understanding, Alicat was the one who organized Accelerate, the Jupiter side of things, and there was a big event there, which was pretty cool. I'm getting a ping. What links do you need? Just send me a link of Cat Istanbul and Accelerate. If you can find a link, that'll be kind of cool. I just want to look back at some clips and stuff, some shorts people made. Just anything, any content that people made about Cat Istanbul. Might even be Jupe and Juice stuff. Just send it. It's fine. I'll take a look. So we've talked about January. We've talked about February. I mean, for Jupiter, February was pretty like, it was like riding in, carrying the news over. And then March, we saw that was like Q1, and then Q2 we saw, so that would be April, like a lot of I think Jupe Mobile portfolio, the Juno stuff. Yeah, so there was like big Juno stuff, and there was the Drip. I think the Drip acquisition was announced at Cat Istanbul, and then the Drip integrations was done in Q3. By the way, I haven't had any food. Literally haven't had any food. I had a banana and this. This is I was gonna eat during the stream. Actually, that might be too crunchy. So yeah, shout out to everyone who's here. Thank you for pulling up. If you got any questions, put them in the chat. If you got anything to say, got any feedback, man, let me know. Sorry, drinking water, mate. I found this cool. Actually, I found this cool link. That's a wrap up thing, right? Even for Jupe and Juice, I haven't even talked about Jupe and Juice. That was our. We went in 2024. Jupe and Juice. We did an animation. Actually, I should pull that up. That was pretty cool. We did an animation. We did a couple of animations. We did one for Cat Istanbul, and then we done one after Cat Istanbul. I'm just sitting here yapping away, not pulling anything up, because it's nearly impossible to do all this shit on your ones unless you got everything prepared beforehand, and that wasn't the case this time around because we weren't even going to go live. Who's hit me up? Done. Oh, appreciate you, AG, if you're here. All right, let's talk. All right, when those links come through, I'll pull some stuff up. Let's go. Because can I switch to Jupe and Juice on my computer? I don't have to. Just search it. Yeah. Anyway, I found this link that does a wrap up thing. Yeah, I want to pull that up. That's pretty cool. And so I'll share the link afterwards. Actually, I don't even know how safe it is. if I share this link and it's bugged or something sus. Yeah, let me just do it. Wrap dot. Okay, I shouldn't say it out loud. Share screen. Let's go. Where are we? Share screen. All right, let me do this. Let me share my screen. Extra share screen. I don't know. Yeah, that's the one. Why is it not coming up though? There we go. Man, do this, I'm just gonna make it look better. All right, that works. What did I want to do? Wrapped. Oh. I'm gonna put it up on screen, but I don't want you guys to see the link and shit because I want to make sure it's safe before you guys even see it. Wrap up. Come on, bruh. Why are you doing me dirty like that? So it's working on my phone, but it's not working here. Is it mobile only? Let me try again. All right. No, we're good. We're good. All right, let's do this. Gonna sign in. And that's not working. That's amazing. All right. I've got it on my phone. That didn't work. Petition to change username from Saxwave to just Sax. Wait, I'm gonna do the wrap up. Actually, I'll use the thing on my personal because it's gonna work on that, and then we'll figure out how to get it on Juice and Juice. Let's do this. This is pretty cool, man. I want to share this. This is fun. So, wrap up X Y. I keep saying it out loud like a dumbass. Sign into wrap up. Bro, really? Why? Why doesn't it recognize my freaking Twitter? But let me try this. Yeah, this ain't gonna work. All right, that's so dead. I tried, but it didn't work. All right. Well, basically what it is, I've got it on mobile here, right? So on mobile, it does work. So let's do this, actually. We'll do this like some next way. Markers can only be created for 10 seconds. I don't even know what that means, bro. All right, let's just do this again. All right, someone created this on Twitter. Shout out to him, bro. He's a legend. So you click wrap up. Let me switch to Wi-Fi as well. Bruh. Everything's going slow today, bruv. Alright, bruv. Maybe it's just bugged. Yeah. It might not even be a thing. Bro, it was so good. So it does a wrap up. It like connects to your page, connects to your Twitter, and then actually gives you a like a wrap up for the whole year. But it looks like today, for some reason, it was working fine earlier. But it don't want to work for me anymore. Whether it's on desktop or mobile. That is such a shame, bruh. Such a shame. And I wanted to big the guy up because he's done such a good job. It gives you like generates a receipt and everything. And yeah, unfortunately not working. So yeah, so 2025, back to 2025. Okay, then so Q what are we talking about? Q1, Q2. Yeah, so it was like April at this point. So let's talk more. Let's continue. April, May. So what was happening in May? Summer times. Oh yeah, so no, ETFs was much later. Accelerate. Okay, yeah. Accelerate, and then June to September. They Alpenglow, they upgraded the block capacity. I know that's not super exciting stuff, but it just means the chain's better and much better for builders and moving at a much faster rate and stuff. So that was good. And then for us, we had the DAO reforms, June. The DAO reforms, obviously Jupiter Let me just remove this chat. Jupiter Exchange, or Jupiter DAO actually. Jupiter DAO got paused. Let's change the song as well, man. Because it just loops the same song. It just gets mad boring. Yeah, so the DAO got paused, didn't it? The DAO got paused, and when the DAO got paused, things were slightly different. Obviously, the working groups, the DAO started back in 2024, with shortly after the first Jupiter airdrop in 2024. The working groups started around like February, March, April. I think it was like March, April, May times 2024. And then even Jupe and Juice started May 2024. We didn't become a fully fledged working group till 2025 June. So that's also us as well. So the DAO got paused and Juice and Juice became a fully fledged working group June 2025. So, you know, that year was kind of mad because we was a trial working group at Cat Istanbul. We was a trial working group all that time from when we, in September we was a trial, but that trial just kept getting prolonged because we couldn't go to a vote because there was too many other important votes that happened beforehand. And so obviously the DAO was thriving, ASR was great, Cat Istanbul was amazing, but Jupe and Juice and all the other like votes, that working group votes anyway, were getting like prolonged. The Cat Debt work group, they had their vote before us, and then there was loads of contention and stuff. So their vote, I want to say their vote was in March, April, yeah, something like that. And then we didn't go to vote till like June, and then when we did go to vote, we passed our vote. I think our vote was the last vote, working group vote, that's for sure, till the DAO was paused. And then obviously June we had the big DAO pause, and then Jupiter Exchange kind of said, okay, we're going to step back, reevaluate this whole situation. We put the DAO on pause, and we basically stop working groups, and not stop them actually, because we're still here, but they just stopped all the voting, they stopped all the governance. So some working groups continued operating, and others stopped. Obviously Jupe and Juice was isolated from all of that. We were given our funding and we were told, you know, you've got till June 2026, and then everyone else who had already passed like 1 year and stuff, they were given either their marching orders or whatever, or like put into different roles. And yeah, so June was a massive year for the DAO, and still to this day I feel like the DAO hasn't been the same, you know. Like the DAO has still on pause now. Obviously we have a community, we're still here, Jupe and Juice still does podcasts every week and stuff, but at the peak I feel like it was thriving, the DAO was thriving, we had the best thriving DAO that, you know, Web3's ever seen, and it only started a year before that, which is just crazy, you know. And then like a year and a half in, everything gets paused because there was just compounding contention and compounding opinions that I think were our fault. You know, it was like, I think a lot of the working groups didn't do a great job of like explaining stuff, and people just didn't understand where all these funds were going and stuff. Yeah, and it just led to ultimately the pause happening. But now the pause happens in June, and then there's obviously Jupiter just keeps shipping, they keep building, there's so much stuff. Obviously we saw Lend get launched, we saw Studio get launched, we saw DTF get launched, we saw obviously Jupe Mobile has just been constantly improving. And so like so many things have happened. Obviously the Humidify launch through DTF was great. That was, you know, just recently, but it's obviously stuff that people had worked on for months and months and months. Okay, so anyway, let's talk about what happened on Solana during those months as well. So the block capacity got increased, and then Fire Dancer. I don't think Fire Dancer got launched till just like last month, so I don't know what that doesn't make sense. So let's go into October. October we had the ETFs. So I don't know if everyone remembers the ETFs going live, but Solana ETFs went live and no one really cared for some reason. Like it went mad when Bitcoin ETFs went live. I think everyone expected the same thing to happen, and unfortunately, it's like when you just expect the same thing to happen and nothing happens, it's just, yeah, man, kind of cooks you. So ETFs dead, but yeah, they happened. ETFs great. Financial institutions coming into Solana, amazing, big money. But I don't know. That kind of feels like what led to things getting a bit dry. So much. I don't know, man. People just want the casino. I don't know if they really want the world of just future finance, like the future of finances. It's like one side of things, and then you have the other side of things, which is just crypto casino stuff. And there's like this ongoing battle of why people are here. But it's interesting, man. For me, when you're everyone says, oh, if you trade, it's the casino, but for me, I don't see it like that, bro, because I see it as a market. So a digital market is no different to an actual market. Like in my head, I see a market. I see a freaking hustle and bustle market where people are buying and selling freaking oranges, selling furniture, selling, like the bazaar type stuff, right? In my head, that's how I see it. This is a digital market where someone has something and I want it, and we meet at a price, and we because I trade spot. So for me, it's never been a casino. It's always been a medium of exchange, buying and selling, trading. That's what it is. But with meme coins and stuff, again, like it's the same thing for me. Like buying and selling a meme coin. If there's a demand for this, there's a supply for it. I'm involved in buying and selling of that asset or whatever, that product. Sometimes it's just backed by nothing. So it's a joke, it's a meme, whatever. It's a picture, NFTs, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So there's like the casino side is obviously people just buy anything or whatever. But I think there's a thin line, right? If you actually trade and research what you're buying, or you actually buy with the intention to invest or whatever, there's this gray area. But of course, if you're coin flipping, let's say, you're just literally coin flipping, that's the casino, innit? If you're doing raffles, that's the casino. If you're doing, but even prediction markets, like someone would argue prediction markets are gambling, and yes, they're gambling, but the casino, now let's say if you're doing, and that's something that's happened this year as well, so I'm jumping the gun here, but that's the point. Prediction markets, someone who does prediction markets with a knowledge of, let's say you're really good at knowing about football, right? Soccer, can't believe I'm saying the word, but let's say soccer, and you can predict the outcome of games. Firstly, like personally, I would never do it. For me, it's not my thing. But I can predict the outcome of games. I have good ball knowledge. But if I was looking at it, would I say it's casino? No, because someone could be well versed in football and understand that this game is favored one way or the other. Like they're willing to put their money on that. Whereas like if you just blindly like put money on the table, then yeah, it's a casino, isn't it? You're just rouletting, like, okay, I'll just bet yes for this team, no for that team, win for this team, lose for that team, blah 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 blah, without any ball knowledge. Then yeah, you're just doing it like a roulette. But if you actually understand the game, then I suppose it's comparable to like reading cards. You're reading the cards. You understand these cards are out on the table, so this is the probabilities of these cards coming up, and then you have a higher chance of winning. Of course, the casino kicks you out when you do that. So but anyway, that's all me. Just what's the word? What's the freaking word that I want? I'm just hypothesizing, I think. That's probably not even the word. But it's a metaphor at the end of the day. All right. Okay, Cat Istanbul stuff. I've got clips here from Cat Istanbul. This is a Jupiter banger. Let's pull this up. Let's pull this one up, mate. Why not? Share screen. Video file, image. I think, will it stop the music? Yeah. Wait there. Oh shit. That was me on stage. I don't think I've seen this. Big Will. Sheesh. Eno, Maria. Big Seong. Obviously Meow. Man, that's a banger. That was on Jupiter Exchange Main. I'm gonna scrub through this. There's Will. I don't know what he's filming, but he's focused. What else we got here? Yeah, the boys, OG and Doc pre-balling. Sheesh. This was such a sick venue as well. Like, look at this on the outside, and there's the burning cat. Well, this is me like circling all the way back to to January. Oh, this is the cats that was signed. Yeah, downstairs. Everyone was signing this. It was covered, absolutely covered in names by the end. I don't think it was like hard to find a spot. Yeah, so sick. I didn't get to play this. This was Retardio's punching thing. Oh, that's I think that was Gigi. Who's that? That's our boy Chemo and Morton. Gigi DJing there. Yeah. What a banger, man. So Kat Lumpur. Big freaking shoes to fill, man. Big shoes to fill. All right. Let's move on. Let's change the tune as well. Some drill music, bro. I'm too relaxed. All right, so we talked about a lot there. And then what else? December. That's where we are now. No, I think that's too early. November, we was at ETFs. Yeah, so no November. So November, ETFs, Solnir's, Soul Terms, TVL. This was it. Total value locked. Solana neared all-time highs on TVL. But the price is obviously much lower. I think the market cap was at all-time highs, but obviously the price was much lower, and that's obviously because there's more and more Solana being created. So yeah, that's a thing. December Breakpoint conference and Fire Dancer launch. Yeah. So Breakpoint, obviously we just had Breakpoint, which was sick. Fire Dancer launch was good. Proper lit, man. It was. How do I become the casino, fam? That's a good point, bro. How do we become the casino? Well, you may not be able to become the casino, but you can become the lender, right? Like on Jupiter Lend, you can lend money. I wonder if in prediction markets you can set in the future. I don't know if Polymarket's doing it already or Kalshi or any of these others, but in the future I do foresee events will happen and people like ourselves will be able to create the market, right? And I mean, you're gonna have to probably lock in liquidity to be able to do that. But let's say you lock in liquidity and you create the market now for a prediction. Let's say you put up 2 grand, and on that 2 grand you're saying the odds for winning and losing is this, and this is the prediction. The prediction is, let's say Liverpool win the Champions League. Now that's something huge, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not like just a football match. That's like a long term thing. To say that they're gonna win the Champions League, you have a long time for that money to like come in, people to like go for or against, almost like a liquidity provider, isn't it? You could provide liquidity on Meteora for prediction markets. All right, there we there we go. It's already happening. That's crazy. So you can already provide liquidity for prediction markets. But can you set the markets though? Can you actually set the market? Can you say, okay, this is the market. I'm setting this is this is what you're trading on, this outcome. Can you do that though? Because okay, if you can set liquidity, that's already like we're already halfway there. Yo, Wake's laughing. Yo, did you know that you can set liquidity for prediction markets? I had no freaking clue. Because obviously prediction markets are quite new. This is quite a new thing, right? Obviously Meteora is smart though. Meteora jumped on it straight away. Yeah, the platform is called PMX, I think. So you can even create. So you're telling me you can create the market and provide the liquidity, everything. Yeah, Wake, I had no idea, fam. Yeah, it's new to me, absolutely new to me, man. Crazy. But it's good because it shows that the technology actually works, right? The technology works. And if you want to be the casino per se, you can, innit? You can actually set things up. That's absolutely crazy, bro. Yeah, but PMX volume is much lower than Kalshi and Polymarket. Yeah, because a lot of people probably aren't even aware that this is possible right now. Maybe we're not doing a good enough job talking about these things because, I mean, a lot of people have no clue. I'm not saying, because I didn't have a clue, or Wake didn't have a clue. There's no one knows, but bro, I'm telling you, that's crazy. Like, a lot of people will not have a clue that this is happening. It's on chain, Solana. Yeah, facts, bro. That's the only way to do it as well, isn't it? To do all these things on chain. Otherwise, it's kind of pointless. And obviously, like, it's the 30th today. Like we've seen metas, isn't it? We've seen the meme coin meta. We've seen the launchpad meta, right? Which was basically meme coin meta. But different launch pads. We saw the creator capital markets. We saw that freaking blow up in like September times, and go absolutely mental, and then sort of die down very, very quickly. But when it was happening, it was wild, and people were making ridiculous amounts of money. People, just, it's like money was just coming out of thin air. Obviously, wasn't, but the fees they were generating across the board was just wild. And then now, I feel like obviously it's prediction markets. Like, prediction markets has become a thing now. Like, this is where everyone's sort of attention is going towards. But it's still very early. I don't think it's quite seen its like, not final form obviously, but its form that it's gonna take. It's obvious that it's gonna be huge, I suppose. I mean, the gambling industry, prediction industry, whatever you want to call it, is huge outside of crypto, right? So then bringing it here, it's gonna run. The trenches are back. Saw White Whale hit like 70 million the other day. When you say that, 70 million, like, the thing is, right, 70 million is crazy now. Like, 70 million market cap, I assume you're saying, right? 70 million market cap now is crazy numbers. But there was a time where 70 million wasn't even that much, bro. Like, that's how mad it is when you think about it, right? Like, meme coins were sending so much that 70 million didn't seem like a outrageous number. It was like very achievable, like 100 mil or whatever. So we're in a time where freaking hell, man, 70 mil, that's crazy. I mean, if you were plugged in, GG's. If you was there, GG's. If you capitalized, GG's. But I suppose like a lot of people are just moving, innit? Things have moved, things have changed, they're adapting. But that's how it goes, isn't it? Even with the with NFTs and stuff, like we've seen it already, it's happened. What's this? Oh, then yeah, freaking hell. Like I even forgot this was quite a big event. When um Coinbase acquired well Coinbase acquired what's that launch pad, man? The Tensor. They acquired Tensor's meme coin trading platform not too long ago. So like all of these things have been happening, and then of course they gave the contract. They brought that NFT Vector. That's it, my guy, Vector. The Vector platform, and Vector was pretty cool, to be honest. I remember using it like when it first came out. I was kind of like, wow, okay, that's how these men are moving. That's kind of sick. But now we've got like so many things that have happened. These are huge things, isn't it? Like obviously Jupiter's acquired so many different companies as well. Rainfi being the most recent one that was announced at Breakpoint. So there's like so much happening, but it's like the year has gone so quickly. When you think back, we're just like sitting here thinking and talking. So much stuff has happened. All coins tradable on Coinbase via Jupe Dexter. Yeah, exactly. That is absolute facts. And I was pissed they never mentioned that on Breakpoint. When they went up on stage, they never said that on Breakpoint, which was, I was like, man, that's kind of gay, bro. Because the fact is, like, it's running through Jupiter. But anyway, everyone knows. It is a thing. But it was kind of slacking of them to not mention it, man. I thought they should have mentioned it on the stage. But shout out to Jupiter for achieving that, and yes, Coinbase, yeah, Elon Coinbase for not saying anything. But everyone knows. I think it's been announced now. I think they must have made a post since. But it was like keynote worthy, you know what I mean? Like it would have been nice for them to have said it. But anyway, we move, man. Jupiter's plugged into everything. Without Jupiter, I don't think the whole freaking ecosystem would collapse, bro. It's kind of crazy. I think we've been sitting here for about 45 minutes now, maybe, bro. Even longer. 52 minutes, damn. So yeah, to wrap up, it's been a freaking long year, but it's been a good year. Hasn't lived up to expectations in terms of bullishness. And are we looking at 2026 the same way? Like, are we thinking we're going into 2026 and things are going to be super bullish and things are going to turn around and go up? Or are we thinking of it as like, okay, 2025 was a year to kind of set us up for 2026? Because for me, it's like we've been set up for 2026 now. But a lot of people might look at it like this is how it's gonna go. Like we're gonna be running it up. Things are gonna be going, like Bitcoin's going to 150K, blah blah blah. For me, I don't think so, man. And that might sound bearish, but it's not. I feel like we're gonna see some sideways action and some downwards action, and maybe we are in the bear, but we haven't actually computed the fact that we're so strong now that the bear doesn't look as bad as it used to. Maybe the bear doesn't take us all the way to $8, like the bear takes us to 90, and then we go back up or whatever. Which is I don't know. It's an interesting thought, but I don't know. Obviously no one fucking knows, but we'll know soon enough. I have no idea. All my predictions have been way off. Yeah, I feel like that, man. I feel like that myself, to be honest. But I feel like 3 or 4 months ago, I was like leaning towards we're heading into a bear, and then everything just went down since then. So it's like I've kind of I'm not hard predicted anything, but I've kind of foreseen things heading a certain way. And yeah, it doesn't really matter when you're here for the long run. If you're buying today and selling tomorrow, that's a different story. But if you're here for the long run, I think at the end of the day, when you zoom out, it's an upward thing. But yeah, man, shout out to everyone for pulling up. Thank you for being here. Obviously, it's a quiet one. New Year's Eve tomorrow. Shout out to everyone. Happy HHNY or whatever. Happy New Year. Let's go into 2026 with a mindset of we want to build, we want to create, we want to be more, rather than price go up, price go down. Nah, it's not really about that. It's really about building, building for the future, and creating and becoming more. I mean, I suppose that's just me speaking to myself. But if we think about it, even the space as a whole, man. We had a space yesterday. We're talking about whether it's accessible and inviting as much as it was in the past, and is it as opportunity rich as it was in the past? And the conclusion is yes, isn't it? It is, but it's just not the same. It's not, obviously it's not as easy to just walk into Web3 and be a builder or get involved and become a creator, but it's, the opportunity is still there. You just have to be better than you was, or others were, or others are. And that's it. And you got to be innovative. And I think I think that's the goal, isn't it? To innovate and create and become better and continue being welcoming, inviting, and pushing more and more. Yeah, you've seen it for a while. So has Rookie, that tart. Oh yeah, I mean Rookie, a mate of ours. He could, yeah. I think he predicted the top though. I think he sold at like just off the back of all time highs. I think Molly was the same as well. Molu sold off the back of like all time highs, but I don't know. Molu might have done some trading because Molu's a trader. He probably bought back in and done some bits and bobs and whatever. But with Macro Rook, that's why we call him Macro Rook. He's buying once every, like whatever. He's like DCAing, and then selling tops and waiting for bottoms, and then DCAing, buying. He has multiple bags in it, buys and sells and DCAs and does all kinds of crazy shit. So shout out to him. Sweet, keep killing it, bro. Thank you. Now I appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. I wouldn't say we're killing it, but we're trying, innit? Like everyone's got to do their best, put the grind in, and it would have been easy to just not go live today and not do anything, but actually, like, why not, right? Like the grind is real. Like it doesn't really matter if it's the fucking, excuse my language, man. I get mad, but at the end of the year or the start of the year, it's another day, bro. It's another day that we need to do something, pull up, and for me, it's like, okay, cool. Not the best stream ever. Wasn't prepared for it, but wasn't planning to do it. But I was like, nah, I'm doing it. Even though I had a lot going on, I was like, fuck it, I'm doing it because that's what we got to be like, no matter what. Got to pull up. What's this? Not in anymore. Oh, nice. Okay, so Molly sold as well. So just me sitting here, me and Wake just sitting on our bags, and all the other guys are sitting on their bags, just riding them down and back up. Bro, I'm telling you, bro. Just gonna ride the whole cycle. To be fair, Molly did too. I'm a bag holder. Yeah, that's it, bro. Bag holders for life, bro. That's how it is. But the thing is, though, I've always been saying this as well to everyone: take profits along the way. Like I don't mind holding my bags that I have because I've taken profits along the way. Like I've made good decisions. I've treated myself or whatever it may be. Like I've done things that have allowed me to, even if we rid our bags to zero tomorrow, like I've had enough returns that I don't, I won't feel it. But obviously I don't want that. But if that was to happen, it is what it is. So yeah, I always tell people like, it's not really real till it's real, in it. Like it's just a number on your wallet till you like off ramp and use that money and go on a holiday or buy a car or fix your house or take your family somewhere, restaurant, whatever it is, man. Just always take profit. Always do that along the line, along the way, along that journey. Otherwise, when you're feeling the heat of the cycle, You just got, yeah, it's just not the one, man. I've seen so many people on the timeline complaining and they're upset, and I'm just like, I know these people haven't taken profit. I know these people they haven't managed their money well, and they're feeling it now. But you know, that's just how it goes. Yeah, still holding all my soul. That's how it goes, man. And Factos. Shout out Fuad. Nice to see you, bro. Yeah, it's true, man. It's like that. But we live and learn. I think sometimes it takes a couple cycles, or it takes a cycle, takes a year or two, or takes an experience or two, dependent on the person. Takes a few knocks to get back up and understand what's happened and go again. And that's where we are. And yeah, shout out to everyone who pulled up. Thank you for being here. Just a little impromptu one, chilling, talking, engaging with the community. Thank you everyone who's here all year round, man. Literally, like Jupe and Juice, the community, the Jupiter community, the wider ecosystem, the Solana community, the crypto community. Like, much love to everyone. You know, this space is super important, man, and we're here doing an important thing. Sometimes we forget that. I feel like sometimes we just think about, you know, this is just is what it is. But nice, it is important, and it's a big undertaking. And if we're all doing our part, that's a W. So I don't know why I'm going in and out of focus when I'm throwing up my W. But yeah, shout out to you guys. That's a W. Everyone who comes here supports your W. And yeah, we'll go again in 2026. There's plenty more I could yap about, but it just doesn't make sense to just keep yapping and yapping and yapping. I've got work to do. Yeah, peace out. I'll see you in 2026 with some guests and some podcasts and some other content. Love you all. Peace out. I can't even do the thing where I end stream. I mean, I'll end stream, but my hand's going to be like, I don't know. They should put a timer. StreamYard needs to put a timer where you click it and then it allows you to like pause and end the freaking stream. So yeah, I'm just going to do this.